Hey, welcome back to Below Budget Garage. I'm covered in sweat. The car is taped up, masked up, ready to go. We just got to wipe her down and degrease it, start shooting some primer. That's long enough, let's get to work. All right, so I had to go change my shirt because it was awful. So the car's ready. The first thing, listen, as you can see, it's raining outside. There's two times you never want to paint a car or shoot primer on a car. One, if it's raining. Two, right after it rained. What are we gonna do? We're gonna say screw it and do it anyways. We washed the car down. For those of you who need to see proof of everything, where's that bucket, Mark?
Oh, I already washed it.
Oh, it's back in the truck. We filled it up, wiped the car down, and then where's my degreaser? And then again, just like last time, same cheap stuff, man. Get it at old Vato Zone, super cheap. Wipe the whole car down, it is ready to go. So I'm gonna put some bags over the tires, drop the bumper, and we're just gonna shoot some more primer on it, even though the humidity is gonna make it very difficult to work with. So for anyone wondering what all I'm using, if you haven't seen any of the previous content, I'm trying to keep this as budget friendly as possible. So I went with the Summit 2K urethane primer. Picked up some more screeners, paint screeners, strainers from Harbor Freight. They're very cheap. Again, for PPE, a cheap mask from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight gun. We'll talk about that tip size at the end of the video. Spoiler alert, it's the wrong size. But it works really well once you thin it down a little bit, so no big deal. To clean the gun, just some paint thinner from AutoZone. I did boo-boo on this one. I bought this thinking, oh, I'll just pre-mix up like 3 or 4 of my cups. And then I had to use the cup that comes with it because you need an adapter. It's like a sleeve that screws onto here. I forgot to buy that. So I ended up having to just mix everything in there and then strain it and pour it in there, no big deal. Some cheap microfiber cloths. The important thing is that you wash the car down, and when you use the wax and tar remover, you got to kind of Mr. Miyagi it a little bit, right? So you're gonna wipe it on and then wipe it off at the same time. Let it start drying up, a little bit drying up, you know, as you're going around the car there with it. You don't want to let it sit on the car. So that's basically, hello, Ray came to join us. That's basically it, guys. I mean, I kept this as budget friendly as possible. Cheap, even cheaper, cheap. As like, you know, for everything, probably, I want to say 85, 90 bucks. And then still I had to put a little bit more filler, and this is just, again, it's just the Summit auto body filler. So there you have it. That is the budget bodywork primer contraption setup combo that I've been using. Works pretty well. Also, Mark just told me, I forgot, I picked up one of these at Harbor Freight also. It's just a cheap inline water separator. Try to keep some of the water up out of the line. So they were out of the inline ones, those cheap red plastic ones. Those ones kind of suck anyways, but that seemed to work pretty well. The only water that I got on the car was from where I was sweating on it. Now that's everything. Okay, so first things first. I forgot to check what tip size is in that gun. That's a 1.4. This is pretty thick epoxy primer, so you gotta have a 1.8 to 2.0. As you saw when I was spraying up here on the hood, I couldn't get the spray pattern right. I kept playing with it, I sweat on the car a couple times. It's just so freaking hot, man. But I kept playing with it until I was able to get it pretty wet and a pretty decent fan for a 1.4 mil tip. But as you can see, I mean, I got to run over there. This back part of the car, I kept playing with it and I really started to get it nice. And I was just way too close because I was used to, you know, what we started with. So as you can see, there's a lot of blocking left to do if we want it to be pretty decent. So this will get wet sanded. Again, I'll block it out with wet paper and I'll order a bigger tip and then it'll get one last coat. It'll get sanded one more time and then it'll be ready. It's so weird how you see like the light makes it seem like there's like, I don't even know. That's weird. Anyways, that sucked, but that's pretty much par for the course with this car. Just bad luck everywhere. Everything we do is all bad luck. All right, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good week. I'll see you next time.